Welcome back to the channel.
Today we're gonna go look for potential tiny sheds.
Yeah, we're gonna go all around North Georgia trying to find the shed that'll fit us. So come tag along and find out what we're looking for, and make sure to subscribe if you like this kind of content.
Come get lost with us.
Stop number one of the day, Appalachian Shed Co. There's their information. We're going to check out some of the buildings over here. See what we see. It's interesting, it's a small town in southeast and nothing's open on Saturdays because you wouldn't want to actually look at things on Saturdays. Well, let's take a look. Walking around. Check out this doghouse. That's kind of cool. $2,200. Wonder what's in the shipping containers. There's kind of a view of everything. Here's what one looks like inside. It's got pretty much unfinished everything. Whew. $9,728. Oof. Ouch. Damn. That's a lot of money for a whole lot of nothing. Just wood. Huh. Macy likes this one so far. Let's check it out inside. A little bit different than the last one. This has like a garage door at one end. And then some workshop benches over here. A little bit of storage at the top. It's kind of like the ones with the porch, but with just without a porch. That's what makes it longer. It's about the same price too. Checking out some of these towards the front. They're very small. You know, just kind of... I don't know if they're big enough. This red one looks like a, I was gonna say a church, but what I meant was like one of those barns. Kind of the same thing. Has a little metal sheeting at the end, looks like. Maybe a metal building is in our future. Another kind of short one. I got a chicken coop. In case you ever wanted to get a chicken coop. The clear ones are interesting. I guess it's kind of greenhouse-esque. Take a look at those in a second. Kind of got these overhangs. It's not a bad idea. It's kind of weird they put it under the overhang. So I mean, it's not very waterproof. Nicely like this one. She said it wasn't long enough. Take a look at that in 1 second. Another greenhouse. Let me get one of these info sheets. You can take a look at it. Here's the side of that one. It's a decent size. It's a little bit more sort of square. And they have a lot more of the small ones over this way. Hopefully she has an idea of what she wants, and she's the hard one to please. I love these. We'll match any competitor's advertised price for the same quality building. Good luck proving it's the same quality. You know they're not gonna be like, oh, it's not the same quality. Ours is better. You like the width of the brown one down there?
Yeah. I feel like it's wide enough. And then lengthwise, I like the length of the one that has the 3 windows. If you could put those two together, I think that would probably be the perfect amount of space. If we were going to go with that model.
What'd you think of the first place we stopped at?
So the first place we stopped at was over just outside of Young Harris. And while they did have a lot of tiny sheds, only like half of them were actually open because they weren't actually open that day. And one of the biggest things I think I took away from that was we were going to need something fairly long and a little bit wider than what most of them were, just to give us enough room to do how how we want to lay things out. We want to put a podcast studio on one side, we want an office area in another section, and then we kind of want like a hangout, chill space at one of the ends. So it kind of became very apparent very quickly that they were bigger than what I thought they were going to be, but not quite big enough, I think, for what we're going to have to do. It quickly became very obvious that we were going to need something a little bit bigger, possibly maybe like a barn, maybe a metal shed. We're not quite sure yet still, but going out there, we definitely got an idea of how big these tiny sheds actually are.
So what were you thinking going into it? What were you looking for?
Honestly, I think going into it, I was just looking for something that was going to have enough square footage for at least a podcast studio and an office, but it kind of became a little apparent that they don't quite make the really big ones in the models. It was really hard. We've seen online some that were like 2-story, and we definitely didn't see that out there.
Stop number 2 of the day. That's what we're looking at. Let's go take a look. It's an interesting looking one. It's fascinating because they're pretty much the same, but yet slightly different at the same time. This one's kind of nice. This one is sold, but it's pretty straightforward. There's a little loft up above us. And we have some storage over there. Let's hit that metal wall at the back. Some shelving. Oh, and an electrical panel for some lights. Check out a short one. That's nice. The last one was really short, like it touched my head, and I'm 6 foot, so it was 6 foot pretty much square on. This one's a little more spacious in the roof, but less space in the actual unit. Checking out the inside. I like the metal stuff. This is extra insulation, basically, is what that is. There are some dead wasp or bees. They like the wood. This one's got a nice height to it, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's not bad. Mm-hmm. Back here.
I like the width of it. I feel like the width is pretty good, especially like you said, because we would be putting walls up over these boards. But it needs to be longer.
Yeah. Are you putting drywall or something up over the boards? Yeah. Yeah. And we get a little storage too, which is nice. Yeah. Heading into this one, it's got a little different door. It's not bad height-wise again. The standard height. I don't know why the other one was so short, y'all. They were cut about 5 foot something for the wood. It's just a weird height. This one at least has a little bit of space. Again, really cheap lights.
$7,300.
$7,300.
But it's like, I wouldn't get it with this electrical package, first of all. Because we could do our own electrical.
Yeah. And they only charged $50. Plus 25, so $75. Do not use electricity before elite reading.
It's not a terrible price, though. Gotta start somewhere.
Come back. Yeah, see, they did it again. Hold on, I'll show you. Yeah, not very much space here. This is really short. Let's go inside. Give a peek on the inside. It kind of looks like the other one did. A little more finished with some pieces, but a little too short. It's really weird why they are built so short. Made it to a metal model. This is kind of what I was thinking. With the 2 side pieces, we would frame them in. They wouldn't be exposed. Definitely pour concrete, so it wouldn't be on earth. But this is kind of what I was thinking, because we could park the car in the middle. Interesting. Wanted to show this as we're hanging out. They're not bothering us, not because they're lazy, just because that's the right thing to do. Next location, what'd you think of it?
The second location was right outside of Blairsville, and that one was a bit better in the sense that it was actually open. There were people there, they were just in the office, and they actually did have a few bigger options, I thought, but also at the same time we saw a lot of repeats that we saw from the one over in Young Harris, over at the one in Blairsville. So it seems that they seem to stock the same types of designs. One of the things that the Blairsville one had that I didn't really see at the Young Harris one was the outside metal storage barn sheds. Now, they weren't closed off or anything. They were definitely open like a garage would be, but it was kind of interesting to get an idea just how big those are in the, like, one middle big and then another one on the end, like how long that is and how that actually looks. Obviously, when you close it off and you actually put things inside, it's going to look a little different, but it was a good idea as to what type of space we would be looking at if we did go with like a metal barn situation.
Just cruising around, and apparently, well, they got one of the three. They blocked off the road, y'all. That is the fourth cop that we've seen, by the way. Just in this little jaunt.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere. The bike stopped in the road.
Fun of a small town, y'all. Gotta show us why they need that 90% of the police budget.
Must have been a small day. They already arrested him.
Well, they put him in handcuffs. They have detained him. And another one. I think it's kind of crazy that there's like, 10,000 people that live in this town, and we've seen 4 cops so far on a Saturday afternoon. How many cops per person do they have in this town?
Well, I wasn't expecting to see that today.
This is site number 3 that we're checking out. It's a little more house-esque. Another view of a... Looks almost the exact same, a little bit different. They don't include the light bulb in this one, you gotta supply your own. Another kind of idea of what we're dealing with. It's interesting here, they don't come out and talk to you or anything at this one either, it seems like. This one right here is another one of those short ones. You can't really tell from the outside, but when you stand in there, my head just about touches the ceiling. Whereas you can kind of tell with that one. See how much higher that is? It's weird that these are so short. I wonder why. Well, that includes our search for a home office / podcast studio / hangout space. What'd you think overall?
Overall, I think there's definitely some ideas that we had, but I think to really bring our vision to life, we're probably going to have to go a little bit bigger than a tiny shed.
Yeah, we've been kind of thinking about it. I was leaning from the beginning on one of the metal ones. The wood ones are okay, I think, if we get 2 stories, but it seems like it's going to be a little more difficult. Let us know in the comments what you think we should get. I mean, we're trying to get the podcast up and running again, and that's one of the main focuses of getting this shed because we haven't had any space whatsoever. And if you've seen in the show notes, I'll put it down. We tried to rent spaces around here, and every time we've been screwed over by the locals. So we just didn't, it hasn't worked out. So we're really trying to figure out what's going to be the best option, and hopefully we can get this thing started in the next few weeks because we're heading to Hawaii soon too. So we've got a lot of stuff planned.
Yeah, our goal is to hopefully have this somewhat finalized by the end of this year. We would love to have it up and like running by the end of this year, but with a lot of other projects going on, at the very least we want to have the land cleared and get it started.
Yeah, so if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up.
And make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get y'all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
Bye everybody.
Bye everyone.
We just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us reach a wider audience and helps our channel grow even further. To those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, we just wanted to say a huge thank you for always being there and supporting our channel. We cannot wait to take you guys on our next adventure, so we'll see you guys in the next one.